without that, you may not be able to find things that you're interested in or something you feel the need to step up on. So explore. In conclusion, what I learned and what you should take away from this is to take these more generic leadership skills and that I've said and implement them in a creative way into your life. Cater to what you are standing for. And even this little spark of interest is already a huge step to making you a better leader. So I'm going to leave you off with a question here today to think about. What leadership skills do you want to implement into your life? Thank you.
Okay, outstanding. Let's give a big hand for our speaker. Awesome. Okay. So I think, Dhriti, you're next up. Nitya, can you do a powerful introduction for Dhriti? And the good thing is, good thing is we're not doing an evaluation. So that's an amazing thing, right? Right, Dhriti, we're not going to do the evaluation. So, Nitya.
Wait, isn't Siddhant next? Or is he not
Siddhant,
here?
Yeah, he's not here. I didn't see him.
Wait, I'm typing in chat box.
Oh, your title, okay.
Okay. Okay, I like that. Pineapple.
Yeah. So let's welcome Dhriti. She's going to be talking about pineapple on pizza today. Seems interesting, and I've heard it before, and it's a good one. So let us hear it, Dhriti. Go for it.
Okay.
Tracy, what is your time range?
5 minutes, 4 to 5.
4 to 5. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, can I go?
3, 2, 1, go.
I think we can all agree that pizza is amazing. And the very few people who don't like pizza are the same people that like their apples with ketchup. Pizza's perfect for parties and movie nights. You can even eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And not to mention, when you don't feel like cooking, pizza's always going to be there. But something we can agree on is what goes on our pizza, especially when it comes to pineapple. When you mention pineapple on pizza, you only get 2 reactions. People usually love it or they despise it. Completely 2 opposite ends of the spectrum. Now, I'm all for pineapple on pizza, and I'm not trying to get you to like it. I'm trying to get you to respect it. So this is how it all began. Pineapple on pizza was first introduced in Hawaiian pizza. And fun fact, that was actually made by a Canadian in 1962. And Hawaiian pizza is a combination of cheese, ham, and pineapple. This pizza sparked a universal debate that is still going on to this day. Even delivery guys that were caught delivering pizza with pineapple in it were jumped, and the Prime Minister of Iceland even banned pineapple pizza in his country. Despite all of this, the amount of people that like pineapple on their pizza still outweigh the people who don't. Some of the best pizzerias in the world, for example, Luzzo's and Dan Antonio's, both in New York, are proud to say that their best-selling pizzas have pineapples in them. And not to mention, these 2 restaurants are Michelin star restaurants, earning Michelin stars for perfecting pineapple on pizza and attracting over 3 million people from all over the world. That says something. If that isn't enough for you, let me tell you the health benefits. Pineapple is a fruit, so it has lots of vitamin C and manganese. Manganese is an antioxidant, and vitamin C helps with immunity. Pineapple can also ease digestion and help.
Parents ki itla presenting undada.
Okay, let's turn off. Everyone, please, if you can turn off your microphones, that'll be great.
Oh yeah, she's muted now. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Or maybe Krishna, you can
pineapple. Okay, I got it. Pineapple can also ease digestion and help with weight loss. In addition, pineapple adds the perfect balance of sweet and salty. The pizza sauce on your pizza is extremely salty. Your cheese is fatty and salty. And if you choose to add meat, that's extra salty as well. So if you don't want a heart attack, pineapple's a great addition. Although, from what I gather, here are some reasons people don't like pineapple on their pizza. You might think the sweet and salty combination is bizarre, but it's really not new. Chocolate and nut bars, PB&J, peanut butter and apples, they are all sweet and salty combinations. So it's really not new at all, not an excuse. You might think pineapple on pizza is messy or is a weird texture, but y'all are the same people who eat sloppy joes and have spaghetti lathered all over your mouth. Or you might like pineapple on your pizza because you like the classics, plain cheese. And that's okay for 6-year-old birthdays at Chuck E. Cheese. But if you eat it all the time, you're just plain boring. And then there's that group of people that like pineapple on pizza even though they haven't even had it. They just want to jump on a bandwagon. All of y'all have not eaten pineapple on pizza at the right place or with the right ingredients. A recent study posted on February 13, 2020 by the Leaders News, which is a news network in Virginia, had a poll on Facebook and Twitter about people's thoughts on pineapple on pizza. On Facebook, 73% of people said they loved it and 27% of people despise it. On Twitter, 65% of people love it and 35% despise it. So on both social media platforms, pro pineapple wins both times. And lastly, I even asked some of my friends that don't like pineapple on pizza and told them to tell me why. The majority of them said fruit doesn't belong on pizza. But let me tell you, if you can put carrot in cake, you can put pineapple on pizza.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent, Mr. Prasanna. Everybody, you're on for a treat here.
Excellent, Nitya. Excellent.
Okay.
Amazing.
So,
This shows your work. Yeah.
President, you want to call upon our next speaker? Pranati is the next.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Our next speaker is Pranati, and she has the meaning of life. Now, let me tell you, in every single class that we have, Pranati has always done so good, and her speeches never disappoint. So I know this won't either. And we've seen it before. So yeah, good luck.
There you go.
Should I start or?
Pranati, what?
Pranati, you're on.
Oh, mine's like a little over 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We won't stop you. She'll just give you an indicator, but you
Okay.
can keep on going. Yeah.
Mhm. So, what is the meaning of life? This is a question we have wondered since the beginning of time. Then it might have just been survival. Take a second, look around. Most of us are fortunate enough not to have to worry about farming and looking for water resources. Our life isn't just about survival. It's about advancing in this world where doing the right thing is a big entangled web of confusion where everyone's right, but at the same time, no one's right. As Charles Darwin said about evolution, it's descent with modification. In all of the humans that existed before us, we survived because we were the best of our kind. So the question is, now what? In the midst of a new perspective in the world, should we leave a legacy, or should we just get lost in the sea of the world, or do we make a difference? As Lin-Manuel Miranda said, legacy is planting seeds in a garden that you will never get to see. There may never be a right answer to these questions. We all have seen the world from a different perspective. Some of us might have been hurt deeply in life, whereas others have had the childhood of their dreams. However, it does not stop the fact that as humans, we want to make the world a better place. Think, just a couple hundred years ago, women couldn't vote. America was a colony. People were owned and treated as laborers. Here and now, we have built a functioning society, which is basically all about the harder you work, the more money you get, and then all your problems go poof. Now, obviously, there are some exceptions. We're still trying to figure it out. But overall, as a country, we have made amazing achievements. However, we want to make the world the best place for everyone and see a difference. Hundreds of years ago, people just survived. So how do we start a new concept of making something out of life that isn't just trying not to get eaten by tigers? We have a finite time on this earth. So instead of worrying, why can't we just live our best life? Why can't we just do what makes us happy? That's what I believe the meaning of life is. Think about the happiest moment of your life and just live in the moment. I believe that life is what you make of it and not how you choose to stay happy. Life is a finite time that you can use to empower others and just live. Do what makes you happy. Everything we do, we either do for our happiness now or prepare for the future. Think about it. The older you get, you start seeing life as a checklist. It's all about go to school, go to work, do college, go do your chores, that we don't stop and take a step back and think, am I really making the most of my life? we have to finish these check boxes by a certain time and have what feels like 100-pound weight on our shoulders of stress and worry. So how does this fit into the theory that your life is about happiness? Well, as a society, we have chosen to believe that if we do this job or follow this diet, we'll be happier. As a society, we have given into the fact that the perfect person makes a bunch of money and can do anything and looks super muscular or super skinny. Are we really happy though? If we were happy all the time, then why are 17.3 million adults in the US diagnosed with depression? I believe it is because we are living our lives for someone else. Whether it is pleasing your parents or pushing yourself to be better, sometimes you think you are never enough, and that's okay. For example, if you love the arts and your parents want you to be an engineer, I know it's a typical Indian movie, but just hear me out. You're taking these courses that your parents hate. You're going to a job every day that you dread, but it's not your parents' fault that they wanted you to be an engineer, because in their perspective, it's what makes money so you can live your full life. It is definitely not your fault either, because everyone has different talents. In the grand scheme of things, our society does make sense. However, it's these little decisions that people have to face that are too much to bear. That's why some people have to find a job that makes them money to survive while pursuing their real passion, such as arts in the background. So what does it mean to be happy? It can mean whatever you want it to. Go back to that moment earlier when you were thinking about your happiest moment. Were your loved ones with you? Were you laughing and did you feel included? Were you in the moment? I bet you said yes to all of those questions, right? Being happy is about being who you truly are and not having to hide anything. So why are we so scared of showing the world who we are? We all want to fit, we all want to feel included. We don't want to be the person that doesn't fit the societal mold and is an outcast. And I'm here to tell you that's okay. As cheesy as it sounds, there is someone who shares your interests and can embrace you for who you are. However, you aren't going to find that if you try to hide from that your whole life. Being happy is about embracing who you are, and that is what I believe the meaning of life is. Before I end my speech, I would like to leave you with a couple questions to think about. Are you truly happy? Do you feel like you can provide a meaning to your life?
That was
Yeah, need improvement, Jay.
Wow.
that was great. That was very empowering and deep, and it was relatable. My mom's on here. Hopefully she listened. Okay, next speaker.
Yes, Shri, I think is the next speaker. Let's see.
Title.
And somebody's going to pick up the timing tab. She's doing the timing for us. So.
Okay.
Who got-
Industry.
Who got it? Who's catching on the timing? Pranathi, you taking the time up? Or yes?
Sure.
Okay, awesome.
I also have I have a few slides, so can I share my screen?
Oh yeah, sure. You can share the screen. Absolutely.
There's host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Okay, let me do it.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have Yashasri, and her speech is industry, innovation, and infrastructure. And if I remember, this is the slides that feel a lot like AP Huge. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's an
Okay.
amazing speech. Yes.
yes, very detailed.
Everyone be ready for something, right? So, okay. There you go, yes. And
I'm still not able.
You got it?
No, I'm not able to share my screen.
Oops.
maybe you can send it to Mr. Krishna and he will share it from there.
Yeah.
If the direct way doesn't work, just
Yeah, for some reason the option is disabled for me too.
I guess she can.
She's Oshna. Yeah, she can do it now. She can.
Can you all see it?
Yeah, there you go. Excellent. Yeah, you're on.
Okay. Today, I will be presenting on industry, innovation, and infrastructure. This is based on three interconnected pillars: industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Together, they are joined to achieve socially inclusive and economically stable communities. Almost all of the world's problems focus on sustainability, development that meets needs of the present at the same time compromising to the needs of the future. This means that what our generation does will set the scene for the future ones. Moving on, sustainable infrastructure refers to green or smart buildings. More specifically, placing focus on energy, water, and land management, which are the green areas. Smart is referring to existing materials being retrofitted, rehabilitated, redesigned, and reused. Either way, consisting of durable materials and indoor architecture. This should be used for a long time without facing any issues. It also means that we must take into account the conservation of our planet and be fair to nature while doing so. Why should I care? You need to care because this depends on our lives. Better, more viable structures means the growth of new industries and improvement in the standard of living. This won't only benefit us, but will also help the future generations that are yet to come. If companies can start working on this, it will have a way more positive influence on the environment. There are many challenges that countries and people face when going forth about this problem. A lot of poorer countries around the world lack resilient infrastructure and act as a major barrier to thriving businesses. Poorly built infrastructure often causes environmental degradation. Some of the problems are that more than half of the world is living in urban cities, making mass transport and renewable energy more important than ever, not to mention the growth of new industries and communication technologies. Basic supplies like roads, communication technologies, sanitation, electricity, and water remain scarce in many poorer areas of the world. More than 4 billion people don't have access to the internet, and 90% of them are coming from underdeveloped countries. Approximately 1 billion people don't have access to reliable phone services, and 2.5 billion people lack access to basic sanitation. And almost 800 million people can't acquire clean water, sometimes no water at all. The first 3 points I identified in my own thinking about sustainable infrastructure revolve around the need for a clean, eco-friendly, and modern energy system. One simple idea is to convert infrastructure so that they all run electric. By this, I mean all energy production and distribution infrastructure, colloquially known as the grid. An electrical grid consists of transmission lines, power transformers, metering equipment, and electric generation control systems. Not all cities in the world have access to electrical grids like they should. This means that there's no power, no internet, and no water, which is why we need to establish infrastructure that has frequent access to electricity and build more electrical grids around places residing in agrarian areas. To make this transformation from manual to electric, we need to take systematic action. It also means that our energy sources should be eco-friendly and green. We need to charge our infrastructure on either wind power, solar energy, hydroelectric power, and in some places, even nuclear energy. But by all means, energy that is not releasing any carbon emissions. And lastly, the third pointer would be the thing that makes this idea work efficiently. Our transmission systems and infrastructure generally have to be smart. What I mean by smart is that they deploy information technology, the broadband internet access, and the sophisticated monitoring and metering equipment. This allows the systems to be highly competent. Another type of smart is what is called the Internet of Things, where each appliance, whether it's a refrigerator, thermostat, or solar panels, communicate through each other through the internet so that they can operate as one system. Examples of these are Amazon Alexa and Google Home. With my thinking, I divide all the countries of the world into 3 different categories: underdeveloped, developing, and developed. For example, underdeveloped countries would mean nations like Angola, Chad, and Burundi. These countries lack basic things like sustainable infrastructures, industry works, and technological supplies. Equipping these nations with those things would be the least we can do. Developing countries would be partnered with countries like India, Afghanistan, and Peru. Because these countries are already on a roll of building better physical structures, we need to make sure that they're feasible and lasting. Examples of developed countries would be the United States, Norway, Switzerland, and Australia. Since these countries are already pretty high on the ladder, the main thing we need to focus on is innovating what we already have. Even though it may seem like we already have everything we need, that's not true. Better developed countries also face many issues like inequality, pollution, overpopulation, and growth. As for infrastructure, we have experienced challenges when facing bridge collapses, industry failures, and man-made disasters. The most recent one took place on June 1st, 2020, when a steel railway bridge collapsed in Russia because of strong water flows. Although there were no casualties, it was still a very dangerous event. Another bridge collapsed in Italy and France, killed 2 people and injured 7. And lastly, one of the most disastrous events was in the United States, and it was called the Deepwater Horizon spill. This was a major mishap that was caused by human error. On April 20th, 2010, 11 workers died and 17 were seriously injured during an explosion on an offshore drilling rig near the Gulf of Mexico. While drilling a well 5,000 feet below the water, a small piece of equipment, the blowout preventer, failed to seal the well, and the fuel spewed out and found an ignition source. While not only causing an explosion and the biggest oil spill in American history, it also dumped 4.9 billion barrels of oil into the ocean, endangering animals and contaminating drinking water to nearby places. To prevent these sorts of catastrophes from happening in the near future, we need to make sure our infrastructure is resilient and can withstand great force. After hearing all this, you may be asking what you could do to help. Some things you could do to help are improve conditions of infrastructure, integrate new technologies, and make sure everyone has access to telecommunications. Whoa, hold up. That's a lot. But guess what? You can do those. Change starts with you. Seriously. Every single human on Earth, even the most indifferent, laziest person among us, is part of the solution. But there are some very easy things we can do that will create a huge difference and promote to the planet's well-being. Some of the simple things you could do are invest in the building of structures that are on terms with promoting eco-friendly systems, innovate to make facilities using green conditions and increase energy efficiency so that they could reduce their impact on the environment. Build resilient buildings successful of withstanding natural disasters. And another one is that we have seen many companies like Amazon that have operated online, and they're earning way more than any other companies that have manual stores. So one way would be switch to online stores. Those are only a few of the many things you could do to help this cause. Over here are a few data charts that I made. I was able to gather the data of major countries in the world and give a basic overview. I wasn't able to include all the countries worldwide, but here is a result. The first one shows the main countries that lack good infrastructure, and the highest one is India, which ranks at a 33%, and then it would be the green parts and China, which ranks at 13%. The next graph shows the lack of action when meeting infrastructure needs. The highest ranking on this would be South Africa, which has a ranking of more than 75%. And since most of the countries that need to be developed in industry works reside in Africa, here is a close-up map of the continent. Some of the countries on here include countries like Chad, Libya, Sierra Leone, Guinea-Bissau, Burundi, Burkina Faso, and Angola. Here are all the sources I used for my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Outstanding. Excellent job. Good job, Yashri.
Thank you.
Very nice. Yes.
Okay, and do we have Srini next? I don't see Srini. Ashwin and Hasya. I saw Ashwin earlier. Oh, Srini is here. Srini, are you here? Srini, Ashwin, and Hasya. How about Ashwin? I don't see him either. Okay. Okay, let's call upon Hasya. You next. Hasya, you want to put up the title of your speech in the chat box? That'll be great. Or you can just speak out loud. That'll be, and the president can take from there.
Okay, so Yashasri, that was really good, very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
That was really impressive. And now Hasya with importance of hydration. Good luck.
Okay, Hasya, and how long is the speech?
3 to 4 minutes.
So you,
Okay, 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, go loud and clear, and we are all set. And
Can I share my screen?
Yashi, maybe you want to make
Uh-huh.
Hasya host. You can right click Hasya and say host. She'll get that.
Okay. Where is
Just see her name.
yeah, sorry, I'll just do it. Yeah, I changed it. Here's a host.
Okay.
So I'm going to be talking about importance of hydration. Why is hydration important? Hydration is important as it helps balance our body temperature, keeps the bones lubricated, helps prevent infections, brings nutrients to cells, and keeps the organs functioning properly. It also helps improve sleep, memory, and mood. Drinking water helps the heart pump blood through the blood vessels to the muscles. Water in the human body. In an adult human body, there is up to 60% of water. The brain and heart are composed of 73% of water, and the lungs are 83% of water. The average amount of water we should drink is 8 to 11 glasses of water each day. Note that water makes up more than your body weight. You lose water every day when you go to the bathroom, sweat, and even when you breathe. You can also lose water when the weather is really hot, when you're physically active, and when you have a fever. Be sure to constantly drink water to avoid dehydration. Some signs of dehydration is dry mouth, sleepiness or fatigue, extreme thirst, headache, confusion, dizziness or lightheadedness, no tears when crying, dry skin, and kidneys will seize with lack of inadequate water. Some drinks or food that help with hydration. Plain water is best for staying hydrated, but there are other drinks and food that can help too. Fruit or vegetable juices, milk, and herbal teas also add the amount of water you get each day. Even caffeinated drinks, for example, coffee, tea, Gatorade, and soda, can also contribute to your daily water intake. However, it is best to limit caffeinated drinks. Water can also be found in fruits and vegetables like watermelon, tomatoes, lettuce, and even soup broths. Some tips for hydration. If you're struggling with hydration, here are some tips for you. Keep a bottle with you during the day. If you don't like the taste of plain water, then add some lemon or lime to it for flavor. Drink water before, during, and after a workout. If you are hungry, drink water. Water can contribute to a healthy weight loss plan. If you have trouble remembering to drink water, then make a schedule. For example, drink water when you wake up, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and also before you go to bed. Or you can drink a small glass of water every hour. I hope you learned something from this presentation to help keep your body hydrated. Thank you.
Okay. Excellent. Good job. Okay.
Nice, Hasya.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. Oh, that was good participation. So it was good to hear some speeches from all of you. I think you might have a chance to listen to some of these before. So it was good to hear from everyone. Excellent job. So just for everyone's information, those who are joining in, also the parents and Mr. Krishna, Mr. Prasanna, we went from leadership to eating some pineapple pizza, and then we went to the meaning of life, a little heavy stuff from there, industry innovation, and then we went to hydration. So I hope you learned a lot of things in a single shot. This is my shot every day, so you get a taste of it some days. So we go from A to Z within a very short time. So I hope the parents who are listening, you're enjoying it too. So again, thank you so much. Heartily thank you, each one of you, my participant. We call leaders. I always address them as leaders, and we send out email, which you'll always see that, okay, these are my leaders. And again, both of you, thank you so much. And all the parents, thanks for remaining present here. So greatly appreciate that.
Right, Jay, if any parents want to talk, we'll listen to them. If any parents want to talk,
We can listen to if any parents interested to talk and say anything about this program or anything about that.
Oh, about the program. Okay,
I mean,
so
let's see, like any parents are interested to say a few words on this.
oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. So these the program which we did earlier with the group, with this amazing group, was a 6-week program we did on public speaking and online presentation skill. So the idea is to bring everyone together in an environment where they can easily, without any hesitation, they can present whatever they like. And we call it a lab. You can experiment everything. It's a stress-free zone, and you're not bound by anything. You can bring in anything. You can talk about it freely. And I think we have all the candidates here who are experienced in what I say, because they understand even better than anybody else would, because they've been into the classroom environment, that it's completely open. You can bring the things in, you can try it out. And of course, we have what we call a roundtable evaluation. So we evaluate each other, we comment on each other's speech live, right after they've done with the speech. So it helps in both ways. It's a two-way learning process for us. So first thing is we talk about what is it that was done great by the speaker. The second part we talk about is what are the improvement suggestions we have. So that is how we build up ourselves. And it's a long-term process. We have a 42-week program. We did it 6 weeks. It is somebody who's just starting to play, hold the violin, and we asked them to play an orchestra. That's what we did. But I think listening to them, I felt that, okay, wow, we did great. I think it's really awesome. So we will keep on growing.
and Jay, we're getting requests. We are passing them to you through our board to join new batches. So we're directly sending them to you. I think you've done some good work. So those things are coming as a feedback. But we also want to listen from parents if anyone want to talk about the experience.
Absolutely.
I would just like to chime in. This is Smita. I'm Hasya's mom. I really would like to thank Mr. J for this inspirational public speaking classes. I feel that Hasya has really evolved and learned a lot from this session, and it really feels good to see her improving and coming up to us and showing her skills, what she has learned and gained from these classes. So we see a good transformation in her, and we are very thankful to TTGA and Prasanna Garu for bringing this platform to the young kids and growing and learning from these sessions. So really thankful for them.
Thank you, Ms. Smita. That was very kind words. We want to hear that from parents. This is just a snapshot because we're just starting out. So you want them to grow. It's just the beginning. And as you see that, but when we have, normally what I hear from the parents is once they hit that between 20 and 24 speech mark, everyone else around them start noticing. Even the school, the teachers will tell them, hey, did you learn something different? Because it's a remarkable difference. That's just makes a difference which is visible out in the world. Even when they're meeting the family and friends on the weekend, the level at which they start talking and the way they are organized, it's quite different. So we see that change, and I'm happy to hear that. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, this is Smita. Again, this is Dhriti's mom. I totally echo what Hasya's mom just mentioned. From the first speech to the last speech, I definitely saw evolvement in Dhriti's way of writing and or presenting what she has written. So thank you so much, Jay Garu, for giving this platform for the kids. I hope this will be an inspiration for the rest of the kids in the community. and hopefully other parents will join in and hopefully help their kids move forward in this journey. And again, thank you so much, Sai Krishna and Prasanna Garu, for giving the kids this opportunity and this platform. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you again. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing that information. And greatly appreciate. I think um, it was glad. It was just happened that you reached out and it worked out fine. So I'm so glad, and it's the part of being community leader to look for the opportunities for the kids all around the place. That was good. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, awesome kids. Like it's really like wonderful. Like getting to know these many things from you guys. Like see from each different dimensions, leader, pineapple, and so many industry, hydration, meaning of life. So definitely, yeah. When Asia was telling about the importance of hydration, I just grabbed my bottle of water.
I grabbed mine too. So get hydrated.
That's how the importance of hydration.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
Krishna, so much. I know there are a lot of people involved in brainstorming, arranging all these sessions for the kids. So I really appreciate all your effort and help in coming up with this, new programs.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think Krishna is a very good addition to the team. Smita, we're very
Yeah,
happy.
thank you. Yeah, thank you to the entire team who is behind working effortlessly on this one. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Go Yota.
And yeah, I think like everyone done with the presentation. There's so much amazing performances and presentations. We are like really like happy to hear these many things.
So Krishna and Jay, we have a next batch starting, I guess, right? These kids, if they want, they can go to the next level. They can enroll, I guess.
That's right. Yeah. So whoever was in the first one, they'll move to the next level. It can go up to 7 levels, and that's about 42 weeks. So it's the entire year program. So typically, this is too short. It's too short to showcase, but as you can see that when we get an opportunity with a great group, it's always good. And the idea is mainly that is the magic is when people come together. They have to be put into the environment where they can flourish, they can talk to each other, they can listen to each other's speech and grow from there. So it's just mainly the environment which constantly has to be provided. And then we have the structure which is developed, all the 42 projects. A lot of thought has been given to the program. It's just not randomly throwing some speech out for somebody to give. But is it really important for us to know that topic? That's the key idea behind it. So we have given a lot of thought to see that every single thing which is given out to the student before that, we think, okay, is it really needed? Or if it's not required, we are not going to keep it. So it's not just a speech topic, it is a topic which we really need. And then we get so many perspective onto the same one. So if I'm sitting into one class, I'm sitting listening to a speech A to Z on the same topic. So it could be completely different. I think you're all together, Nitya, Pranati, Dhriti, and Yashashri, and you've seen the level of products we came up with on the product demonstration day. It was completely different, though we call it product demonstration. Each and everyone came with brilliant ideas of product. So if you are sitting, you might say, "Oh, I want to invest in that one." So that is the level of information people bring in, and that is not something individually any one of us can do. It's only a group effort. When you see the group doing it, that's the only way we can find out, oh wow, that's great. Yep.
And even I'll strongly promote for the folks to go to the next levels. It's so important, and it's all happening in Zoom, and Mr. Jay is giving all this from remote, so I'm sure.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So okay.
Thank you, Krishna.
And yeah, thank you. And lastly, I would like to say to kids like I'll be reaching you offline like for a special gift for you all guys. Initially, we thought of having only one, but after seeing all your presentations, I felt everyone is a winner and everyone is really made their remarkable things. Oh yeah, so I will reach you offline. Thanks a lot, kids. Really, you did
Oh, you
amazing.
have a surprise, Krishna?
Yeah.
Oh,
We have a surprise gift for everyone presented here.
okay, awesome. Very nice.
Okay. So,
Okay.
again, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, especially all my leaders. Greatly appreciate you coming out and giving the speeches so everybody could enjoy it. Of course, I got the chance to listen to first. Now we got everybody else to get that chance to listen to the speeches. So thank you so much. Thank you again, Mr. Prasanna, Mr. Krishna. Thank you so much for organizing this. Greatly appreciate it. You take care, and I'll be available anytime. You have my direct lines and everything, so you can reach out anytime.
Yep, definitely.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay.
Take care. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.